Hi everybody, it's me Adele and welcome to my channel Sew for Serenity, where I talk to you about my sewing journey. I talk to you about my love for patterns, fabrics, dressmaking, and we just have sewing and general life chit chat. So if that's something that sounds of interest to you, please keep on watching. Welcome back to all my regular viewers. It's great to have you back here again and I hope you enjoy this vlog. And if you're new here, I hope you get something out of it and will consider subscribing. So this is my Friday Sews vlog for Friday the 1st of July. I'm filming this in the morning and yeah, I've got a lot to share with you. So in my Friday Sews, I will tell you about what I've been getting up to this week in the world of sewing and also what my plans are for the week ahead. So here we go. So I've had a massively busy week this week at work. For those of you that don't know, I'm a project manager at where I work and implement changes to the IT system. So I was in on Tuesday evening till about midnight after doing a full day's work, supervising one of the changes that went in. So I have been absolutely exhausted since then because it's just been non-stop. So I haven't had massive amounts of time for sewing, and I knew that was going to happen. So I made sure that I had like some little palette cleanser jersey items to make that could be done quickly. So I have got some items to show you and they're very quick makes. I also have a few things to show you that were things that I didn't complete this week that were for blog posts that I have completed, and that blog post has been shared now so I can share that content with you. So that's what I'll do first of all. So the first thing that I've got to show you is my blog post that I did in conjunction with Crafty Sew So, which I've been talking about a lot lately. So how it works with the blog post for Crafty Sew So is I'm now part of their bloggers club and I'm actually in there with good company. Karen from So Little Time, I'll link her channel if you don't follow her already. She's also one of the Crafty Sew So bloggers as well. And what they do is you get to choose one of their patterns. They have a pattern brand as well, which is called My Handmade Wardrobe, which is really good. So you can not only purchase their fabric, you can also purchase their patterns. So I got to choose any of their patterns and also to choose the fabric to make up that pattern. Now, I'm not going to go into it for too much detail because I've written a full blog post on it. So if you want, I'll link in the notes the link to that blog post so you can read all about it. But I made the action pack, which is this combo of leggings and top. And the thing that I really like about this vest top is it's got this really nice keyhole detail in the back and a crossover strap. So that's what I made. I really wanted to make it in a Lycra spandex fabric, it's like a sportswear fabric, because I've never sewed with that before. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So I picked this fabric, which I have shared. It's this tribal print, turquoise, beautiful, turquoise and green, beautiful Lycra, and it's so comfortable. And I've got a picture which I'll show you here. And they're so comfy, fitted perfectly like a dream. The waistband's really nice because it's got elastic in it as well, and it covers up the mum tum, as I call it. And the good thing is I haven't got it with me because I think it's in the wash, but I also had enough fabric left over from this to make a little crop top as well to go under the vest. And yeah, I just kind of cobbled that together by tracing round a sports crop top that I've got already, and just cutting out a main fabric and a lining fabric, added the seam allowance, sewed it all together, right size together, and then just around this bit here I just turned up the hem with some elastic in it. So yeah, they worked out really lovely. And then the top on top I made in this, I need to cut the threads. I made this in a blue cotton jersey to go on top, and it's a bit creased, I haven't ironed it. But yeah, the crossover back detail in the back. Hang on 1 second, get it turned the right way round. They didn't have matching thread unfortunately, so I had to use black, but you can see there the keyhole detail. I'll show it in a picture because I've took a picture of it which shows it much better. But that combination is really nice and I've worn it quite a lot since I've made it. And yeah, if you want to read all about that, you can see my blog post. The pattern instructions were really easy to follow. Really great photographs. Yeah, it was just a really good pattern. Sizes are Well, I made the small because of the hip being a 39. I wanted to make sure that it fitted over the hips, and so the small fits perfectly. If I lose a little bit of weight, I think I'd still make the small and just take the elastic in a little bit. As I've said before on my channel, I have got a few inches on my thighs and waist, but yeah, it fits lovely, really comfortable. So yeah, that was my blog post for the Crafty Sew So. The next make that I finished last week, you probably would already have seen if you watch my channel. I made the Ebony Tee by Closet Core in this lovely leopard print, abstract print that I got from my Little Miss So and So. Yeah, Little Miss So and So subscription box, so special. Basically, I am a brand ambassador for Little Miss So and So, and part of that brand ambassadorship, I get sent a subscription box for the So Special tier. There are 2 tiers of the box: So Special at £45 and the So Luxurious at £65, where you get to choose a designer fabric. And I will link my vlog for this video where I do an unboxing, talk about the fabric, and then I also reveal the make as well. And I put this cute little label in from Kylie the Machines that says made it in this like glitter blue thread. And yeah, really happy with that Ebony Tee. Sorry, I keep bending down, I've got everything all on the floor here. So this is the Ebony Tee by Closet Core Patterns. I made this view here, the longer tunic version with the raglan sleeve, but there's a couple of different options as well. Again, I talk about this on the other blog that I'll link to it. I think I made the size 8, which is a 35-inch bust, 28-inch waist and a 37-inch hip. And yeah, it's a really good pattern. I really enjoyed it. It was so quick to sew up. I was really enjoyed doing it. I used the Mariflex thread for the hem, so I could do a straight stitch. And yeah, this fabric was lovely, and I've got quite a lot of this fabric left over, and I'm planning to make a little circle skirt dress for Alice, so it can be a bit matchy. So yeah, that's a really lovely top, and I've got a picture which I'll insert to show you. And if you want to know about that in more detail, as I say, I've linked the vlog up above for that one. So they are my adult makes that I've made, and then I shared in some plans last week that I was sewing up some little shorts and tops for Alice. So I've been using the Waves and Wild patterns, big fan of them, really affordable, really great patterns, tried and tested. I have made the Lightening leggings in the short version, which is just above the knee. Made them before, and the t-shirt is the Explorer Raglan tee, and you can do loads of cool things with that. There's loads of colour blocking options as well, which I haven't done yet. And then the other thing that I have got from them is the Amber Singlet vest, which is a free pattern. Let me just grab them. They're in my Waves and Wild pack. So this is the Explorer Raglan t-shirt here. Then we've got the Lightening leggings, which come in different widths. You can have slim fit, baggy fit, over nappies, not over nappies, that type of thing. And then the Amber Singlet vest is this vest, which is really cute as well. So they're the 3 items that I was, patterns that I was using. And I had this beautiful strawberry fabric, which I got from the Crafty Sew So. Again, I only got half a metre, and I managed to squeeze out an age 3 vest top. And I put this really cute label that I found out about from the So Fruity Challenge, which says "You're the Zest," and that was from the Lemon Patch. And I'll link, they've got an Etsy store, I'll link to, just got to cut this thread off, it's annoying me. I'll link the shop in the notes below. So yeah, I've got You're the Zest, and I'm just a big fan of putting the labels on the outside because they're far too beautiful not to be on the outside. And yeah, it's just got these little cuffs on the arms, cuff around the neck, and that because that was only half a metre of fabric, I was able to get the little shorts out as well. And I have got a picture of Alice in these, and it says, this one says "Play the Day Away." I'm not sure if that's I think that might be a Rosy Cheeks one or a Kylie Machine, not 100% sure. But yeah, it's got a little rainbow there. And yeah, these are super cute. So this was my first entry for the Sew Fruity 22 challenge, where you need to sew something fruity. So that was my first one. Absolutely love this pattern. There's not much to say about it really, other than it's really quick to sew. I've cut out these, you know, it's 2 pieces for the shorts. You sew them together. You overlock the elastic into the top of the waistband, and then just fold it over and sew round. So it's really quick and simple to sew. So that was my strawberries, which I love. The next one I talked about in my last Friday sews. It's not very often I buy, make up and get produced an item that I get inspired by so quickly, but for those of you know, I shared in my last Friday sews some wonderful labels that I got sent from the lovely Emma at CraftyClyde, who makes these gorgeous little turtly amazing woven labels, because she is obsessed with tortoises. And I got really inspired. She asked me if she could send me, if I would mind her sending me some, and obviously of course not. I love to get things, especially when they're free, and they're really good quality, and they inspired me straight away. So I went on to Once Upon a Fabric and ordered this beautiful fabric, which has turtles, tortoises, whatever you want to call them, on it. And I made up the Raglan tee, and I sewed on the wonderful little label in the corner, and I must admit it's super cute, and I made the shorts to match, and again I put the label on the bottom of the shorts as well. So I haven't actually got a photograph of Alice in these yet, because these were only finished yesterday. But yeah, I'm so pleased with them. They're really, really lovely. And I've also, I mean, this was an extra wide fabric. I only got 1/2 metre. But because it was an extra wide fabric, I was able to get the full Raglan tee out, because obviously the sleeves are quite wide. I probably could have squeezed out a vest as well if I hadn't been so pedantic about the placement of the tortoises. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have have the tortoises' heads cut off, so I really made sure that I got the best of like the tortoises' faces on there. So that's why I didn't have enough left over to do the a vest version as well, but I thought it was important to make sure that pattern placement was there really. So I really love those. She's going to look super cute in it, and I just want to say thank you again to Once Upon a Fabric for letting me get this, and for stocking this beautiful fabric, because it was the best tortoise fabric I could find out there. And also to Emma at CraftyClyde, and she has an Etsy store where she sells like washi tape, all different types of things, that all tortoise related, earrings, yeah, all types of things. So yeah, check out her store if you have a thing for tortoises, or you just think they're cute. Okay, I also cut out I've also ordered 1/2 metre of the green plain jersey, because I thought that would be really nice to go alongside this, so you could wear the pattern t-shirt with the plain shorts and vice versa. But I hadn't managed to sew that up yet, but I'm making, because this wasn't an extra wide, I only had enough for the vest and some shorts, so I've got that to sew up, and I've got some Maraflex thread that hopefully will match, that I'm going to use on that. So that will be a little challenge this week to sew up. So I also entered that for the summer t-shirt 22 challenge as well, which is on Instagram, which is to sew a t-shirt or a jumpsuit for summer. So that's that one as well. So that's all my children's sewing out the way. And then, oh yeah, the other thing that I did was I finished my Zoey by True Bias, and I haven't got it to show you in my hands because it's on the mannequin. I finished my Zoey True Bias dress in this lovely rib knit that I got from vintage floral rib knit that I got from Fabric Story, and it's absolutely beautiful, this fabric, and I sewed it up and it's all lovely, and I've got some pictures of me wearing it. The reason why I haven't got it, I've got it on the mannequin, which I'll show you in a minute. I made the size 8, which is a 12, probably in a UK 12, because I didn't want to, I thought it's easier to take it in than to, you know, let out. and it is a bit too big for me, a bit too big here. I did take some out when I was checking it, but then I thought it was okay, and then I still had to take a bit more out. So in hindsight, I think it's a mixture of, well actually I think it's the fabric. The fabric hasn't got, it's a rib knit, so it's stretched, but the recovery isn't like, you know, it does stretch out and then take a minute to recover. So I think that's why I needed a smaller size, to be honest with you. And I saw a picture of it, it looks completely fine on, but yeah, I can just feel it's a little bit loose here. So the size 8 is a 36 bust, which I am, a 30 waist and a 38 hip, but I really should have probably sized down to the 10, and then I still might have needed to take some out of it. So I'll just show you it because I've got it on the mannequin here. So as you can see, I've got it on inside out so I can check it. As you can see, this mannequin is to my size as well, but I did this on me. You can see there's a good 1.5 inches to take out. So I need to do that, and it's not a quick thing. I've got to unpick the bias binding round here and lift that up, then take it out, and then yeah, it's not an easy fix at all unless I just overlock down there, but then it's not going to match up very nicely here. But I've got to have a look at it and see how I ought to go about it. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best bet, to just overlock and cut that all off, but just make sure that's really lined up, because otherwise that will look messy. So that is my Zoey dress. So yeah, I think I would, as I say, let's move this back in. I will make the smaller size next time, I think, definitely. But I'm really happy with it, and this fabric was lovely to sew with. It's quite thick, easy to hem. I love the flare element of it. Definitely see a lot more of these on the horizon, definitely. The only thing that I did make a bit of a mistake over, wasn't a mistake, I followed the instructions correctly, but if I'd done this again, I would do it differently with this fabric. So this fabric is a floral. When I first cut it out, I didn't realise it was, the full front piece was two separate pieces, as you can see here. So you can see it's got a join here. So when I cut it out, I just cut it on the fold, which obviously meant the print kept intact. And when I read the instructions, I realised, because it's different, on the top it's one piece, but on the dress it's two. So what I didn't realise, so I realised that, and then I was like, right, I need to just cut it in half. And then when I cut it in half, I then realised, oh, the pattern match isn't going to be right down the middle. Now, it's not noticeable, but I think if I did this again with a print, I would either cut it as one piece, and then deduct the seam allowance off the centre and cut it as one piece, or I would cut it as two pieces but pattern match. And that's what I do differently next time. So, but you can't tell, it's not very noticeable. You know, I know it's there and someone else would know it's there, and if this was a ready to wear one, it wouldn't have been done that way anyway. So yeah, that's the only thing that I would do differently next time. Well, the only two things is a different size, and with the dress version, look at how I do the centre seam with pattern matching. So yeah, that was the Zoey dress. Really like it, by True Bias. So yeah, that's that one. And then they're all the finished garments. I have also I talked about in my last Friday sews about how I wanted to put my trouser workshop that I went on into practice, and I talked about how I printed off the sew over it trouser pattern, the ultimate trousers, because they look like a simple trouser pattern that has just got a facing and a side and an invisible zip at the side. And I managed to, I have this fabric in my stash, which I was talked about, which is this dogtooth stretch cotton, yeah, cotton, I think it might be a sateen actually, yeah, cotton sateen, that I had left over from a project that I did when I first started to sew, and thought this would be a great one. Got a bit of stretch, so great for trousers. I actually really like the pattern, so I thought it'd be a good one to do as a toile. So I cut out the trousers as the size 14, which is you know, I'm not a size 14 normally, but obviously I've put on a few pounds. My weight does carry across my tummy, and my waist always puts me a bit bigger than I actually am, because I don't have a very defined waist. So I probably would have just cut out the 12 if I hadn't have done the comparison against my block that I had done. But I went with the size 14, and it's got a 1.5 seam allowance, 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, and I'll take a picture of me in them actually and put them in. And I've sewn up, cut them out, and I've sewn up the side seams as per the pattern. And they actually fit. I probably will have to take them in a little bit, but they actually fit really nicely across my stomach and my hips. They're a bit big down the leg. The Sew Over It Ultimate Trouser is a bit more fitted through the leg, but as I say, my weight carries here, so I'm not necessarily a size 14 in the leg. So what I'm going to do is get the fit right in the waist, and then also take quite a lot out of the leg and taper that in. So if I have managed to put a photograph in, you'll probably be able to see where the bagginess is in the trouser, so on a much more fitted leg. But yeah, I'm really happy. As a first go, I'm so happy with this, and it just shows that process of comparing my block with the pattern really works. So as I mentioned, the Sew Over It pattern compared to my trouser block, the crotch rise and depth and everything was very similar, and that's what, when I've put these on, it fits perfectly under the crotch and across the stomach. Where it doesn't fit is where it didn't match the pattern, is down the leg. So I'm really happy with that. The one thing I did do, which was really annoying, was it's a dog tooth pattern, and I've cut it out upside down, so the dogs are upside down. But I don't think it matters. I don't think anyone will notice. As I say, it's just a twirl, but it will be a wearable twirl. I'd really like to get this sewn up because I'm going to another course at Crafty Sew So on Saturday, as in tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's tomorrow. And I really would like to show that I've put this into practice, so it might be something I do this evening, but I am watching Stranger Things this evening, so I don't know if I'll have time. But yeah, these are my Sew Over It Ultimate Trousers, which I must admit, such a simple sew. They have 2 darts in the back, 2 darts in the front, 4 pieces, there's no pockets. You sew up the whole of the one side seam, you leave an opening in the other side part of the side seam to insert the invisible zip, and then you'll just insert the facing that folds under. So it'll be very simple. I was just going to check the sizing. So as I say, I did a 14. Let's have a little look. So it's a 32-inch waist and a 42-inch hip. And the size 12 was a 30 waist and a 40 hip. So I probably would have been okay with the size 12 actually, because of the stretch in these, but you know, always better to go big and size down. So yeah, really, really happy with these trousers. And what I will do is, once I've taken in what I feel it will fit perfectly, I will then go on to the Sew Over It pattern and transfer the changes that I've made to the pattern. So then I will have an actual amended pattern for my Sew Over It trousers that will just fit me, and obviously if I do lose weight I can just take it in accordingly. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. As I say, I've really praised this trouser pattern block workshop. I'll put a link to the last Friday sews where I talked about it in quite a lot of detail. And as I say, tomorrow I'm going to the bodice pattern block session, so I'm really excited about that because I'm interested to see how that compares to the standard commercial and indie patterns out there. So that's the Sew Over It trouser. Love it. Oh, and that's the picture of the Sew Over It trouser. Very simple. Okay, that is all the sewing that I did this week. So I've cut up something for next week as well already. As you know, I really do enjoy cutting fabric out. It's one of my tasks that I do really enjoy about sewing, and it's the fabric that I purchased at the Sewing for Pleasure. No, it's not Sewing for Pleasure, the creative craft show that I went to at the weekend. So I've linked I'll link the vlog that I filmed around my visit to the creative craft show for you all to see. Had a great time, spent about £80, which was my budget. I think I went a little, well, actually I didn't go over, but my mum did treat me to one of the crafting items. But yeah, if you want to see what I purchased, I will link the vlog there. It came out yesterday, so yeah, it's hot off the press. But one of the fabrics that I did purchase was this beautiful dobby with strawberries on it from Higgs and Higgs, and I got a metre of that, and I purchased that to make the Ellie and Mac Be Curious dress, which is this dress here, and I'm going to make the short sleeve version here for Alice. I didn't have enough for, well actually I would have had enough for the lining, but I didn't want to do this as the lining because of the dobby effect. So I've got a white cotton, well I've got a cream cotton lining that I'm going to use for the lining, and it's only the bodice that's lined. So oh, I've already cut that out actually, there we go. So I've just got a cream cotton lining that I'm going to use to line the bodice element of it. So yeah, recommends 1.5 meters of fabric, but I've managed to get that out of 1 meter, and I actually probably could have got the bodice out of it if it had just been a fabric without any texture to it. So that's the Be Curious dress pattern which I want to make for Alice, which is by Ellie and Mac, and yeah, this pattern is from 12 months to 12 years old. So I'm looking forward to making this, and I'll let you know how I get on with it and what I think of it and my thoughts, etc. So yeah, that's that pattern there. Right then, that is all my sewing that I have done. So I'm expecting my so plans for next week. As I've already mentioned, I am going on my bodice pattern block course tomorrow at Crafty Sew So, so I will give you a full update of how that goes. Very excited about it, and yeah, I can't wait to get going on that actually. So I'll do, as I said, I'll do a full review. Next week I would like to, if I don't do it tonight, finish off my trousers, my 12 of my Sew Over It trousers, and get the fit right on those. That'll be a really good achievement. And then I also want to finish off the green Lightning shorts and vest top for Alice and get that dress sewn up. The other thing that I want to do as well is because I've been working so much this week, I clocked up quite a few hours, so I'm going to have a day off in a week or two where I'm going to just do the whole day of sewing. And what I really want to do is a sew along. So I've selected 3 patterns and 3 dresses that I definitely want to get sewed up over the next couple of weeks, and I thought that I would ask you guys on my community page which ones you'd like to see as a sew along, and I've tried to pick ones that I haven't seen many sew alongs out there for them already. So yeah, bear with me because it's going to be my first ever sew along that I do. But these are the 3 options. So 2 of the well, you've seen all the fabrics before, and I've talked about most of the patterns I think, but I'll go through them with you. So the first pattern, if you watch my Creative Craft Show pattern haul, you'll see that I got this lovely cotton lawn fabric from Higgs and Higgs as well, and I've got this because I want to make the Nina dress by Fibre Mood, which I'll insert a picture of. It's got some really lovely detail. It's got some pleating down the front, or pin tucks, I'm not sure which way round it is, and it's got an open back. And yeah, I really want to make that with this. So that's the first option for the sew along, the Nina dress by Fibre Mood. The second option is the other dress that I want to make, which is in this lovely gingham fabric, peach, and it's a peachy and turquoise, no it's not turquoise, a peach and lilac gingham that I got from the Fabric Revival. That's a Pigeon Wishes, and with this one I've already got it ready to be cut out. It's the dragon fruit dress, and I always forget the name of the pattern maker, but it's a dragon fruit dress, which is a simpler style I think than the Nina, but with lots of ruffles. So that's the other option as the sew along. And then my third option is the pattern that is called the Cisco dress and top by Named Patterns, and I'm going to put a picture in of it. It's got a few different views. You can make a top version or a dress version, and it's out of knit fabric. Both variations are sleeveless, and they have a scoop neck, so a scoop neck there, and they've got a keyhole detail in the front here, and it's a midi length dress with an elastic waist, and you can either have it with, it's got a bow at the back, or you with no, it's got the bow at the back in this view, and then one of the views has got basically nothing free at the front. Nothing free, what am I on about? This view is just a normal skirt, but then the other view, which I really like, has got like a cutout at the top of the midriff, an elastic, and then obviously they do the top version, as I say, as well, so I'll put those pictures in there. That's the one that I really want to make. I've got the pattern already. It's a new pattern from Name that came out about a month or two ago, and I shared with you about my rep position for the Fabric Story, which is a fabric company, and I did purchase some fabric from them. The couple of fabrics I've already shared with you was the vintage rib knit, which you've seen, that I made the Zoey dress in, and I also purchased it in a plain blue colour, which I haven't, like a duck egg blue, which I haven't made anything with yet. Then I'd also ordered this jersey, which was a print to order, and it was this blue, like this navy jersey with this rose gold print in it, and it looks like foil, and it's just really stunning, like navy colour. And I want to make, hope that's coming up on the screen okay, I want to make this dress in this because I think it'll be really nice. So that is my other fabric for the Cisco interlaced dress on top. So they're the three options. I'm going to, once I've uploaded this, I'll put it on my community page and see which one you want me to make. I'm going to make all three, but I'm just interested to know which one you'd like to see as a sew along, and that will be my first sew along that I do. So yeah, that is my plans over the next couple of weeks. So I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you today. I don't even feel like I've been able to watch people's vlogs this week either, so I've got a lot of vlog catching up to do as well. And oh yeah, actually I do have something to tell you. I've started, so I shared in my creative craft show haul that I got this lovely little cross stitch that says "Sewing is my therapy" from Sophie's Craft, and I have already started it. I've not done massive amounts, but I've done the T, as you can see. I've started the T in the therapy. So yeah, I've started to do that and I'm really enjoying it. I've had to unpick a bit because I went wrong, but you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. This is something that I think I can do in front of the telly or when I just want to break from sewing. Not that I ever want to break from sewing, but it's just a different craft to do that you can pop in your handbag, take away with you on holiday, that type of thing. So yeah, I've started doing that. And yeah, that's it. So I think that's all I've got to share with you today. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. I hope you're all getting lots of sewing done, and if you've liked this video, please click the like button. If you want to support my channel further, it would be great if you'd like to buy me a coffee. Anything that you contribute towards this goes back into the channel for content, and yeah, you can also click the thanks button on the YouTube channel. And if you don't already subscribe, please consider subscribing. That would be great. So that's all from me for now, and I'll see you all soon. Happy sewing. Bye.